The other thing I hear when I first interact with a CEO for the first time is they say to me, Glenn, I'm not sure I want to do this job.
Yeah.
This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. I have a team that isn't performing the way I want them to. I have a board that's putting enormous pressure on me. I no longer have work life balance. We're not achieving our numbers.
I think it kind of goes back to, like, knowing what your place in the company's journey is. And, I have definitely had colleagues that have grown their businesses to a point where they're like, "Okay, I'm not having fun anymore. Like, I did this business because I love what I do, and now it's like I don't wanna deal with all this people stuff and, all of these other things." And so I think, it's like, "Hey, maybe it's time for me to bring in a CEO or bring in a president maybe that can, or a COO that will operationalize, and then I can just focus on the things that I really want to focus on and that are my best contribution to the business."
That's right. It's one of the biggest challenges in scaling. When you start something, you're usually doing what you love. And then as the company grows, you recognize your job is completely transformed. You're no longer able to spend time the way you'd like to in the area where you get the most energy.
Right.
And so there are ways around that. Like you said, you can bring in a chief operating officer, perhaps. And so that would carve out all that work so that you can go focus where you can add the most value.